Showing instructions say appointment only, but the house is vacant. What do I do? What happens when you go out of town and we don't have the contact information for your clients? So, because I'm on all the listings, people hit me up to set up showings. I'm trying to set up showings. People don't have cell service and there's no contact information anywhere, right? The client contact information page that we have in each file in the drive was blank. Showing instructions say appointment only, but the house is vacant. What do I do, right? Luckily, I found a phone number scratched out in the signed listing agreement. That was the only place there was a phone number. Okay, maybe the contact info is somewhere, but a lot of times the phone number that you call is not necessarily the phone number in the CRM. We have deals where mom is in elderly care. We talk to mom via her proxy, via the kids, right? So one of the kids is the one that you call to set up the showings because they're the one that lives there because mom doesn't live there and mom doesn't have a phone, right? So if we have mom's number in there, we don't have the kid's number in our CRM, or we don't have them connected because these deals, all this stuff, like the database is cleaned up when the deal is closed. Right, if they sold the house, hopefully we update their contact information to where now we're not sending mail to the house that we just sold for them because that would be very stupid. Like, you sold my house, why are you sending postcards to it still? Maybe you should send them to the house that you sold me, right? So this would be a very simple way. It took me a matter of minutes, maybe 5 minutes to do this on my way out. Because I thought, hey, I may not have great cell service. How can I make this stupid proof? Right, where they don't have to look in the drive and they don't have to look in Brivity, but they could just pull up the whiteboard and all of my listings have the info on there. But then make sure that your listings reflect what's actually happening. Like maybe you say, please courtesy call or courtesy text prior to showings. House is vacant, please send a courtesy text. I've had some of those where the place is vacant, I roll up and it says appointment only, and I'm like, why is it appointment only? Like, oh, I just want to make sure people call me first. Well, we're stopping showings sometimes. Because a lot of times, right, if you're out showing a bunch of property and the client sees one and you see it's vacant, call show. Hey man, I'm showing this place real quick. Perfect, you can get your client into another house and maybe that gets a deal done where if it was appointment only and 2-hour notice required, you can't make it, the client leaves town and the house never gets shown. Right, so you got to make sure that your showings are easy. So all these little basic things we're not doing, and then it's fine until someone is removed from the situation. That's why we have contracts, right? Like if I was a landscaper, I would make sure I had a contract with the owner for whatever landscape work I was doing. In case the owner got hit in the head with a coconut and didn't remember who I was, I could say, hey, we had an agreement and you owe me money because I've been maintaining your landscaping for $600 a month, right? Like the handshake deals work until they don't. And keeping it all in your head and keeping it on your desktop or keep it in your phone instead of putting it in our CRM and using our systems works until it doesn't. And then when it doesn't, it's usually pretty bad because then you realize you've got a lot of issues.